We're back out on the Bass Buggy, and today we're talking about the very best bait trick there is that's guaranteed to help you catch more fish. Stick around. Welcome back to Lowbrow Fishing. And you know, all over YouTube and the rest of the internet, everyone's got a bait trick, a hack, or a tip that they say is guaranteed to catch you more bass. And a lot of these are quite effective. I use some of them myself. In fact, I came up with a bunch of them myself. However, there is one trick, one hack, one tip that rules them all. One that is guaranteed to help you put more fish in the boat. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, this tip will put fish in your boat, or if you're a bank angler, help you bring it to the shore. Well, what all will this tip work on? Well, it'll work on a plastic worm of any kind. In fact, it'll work on any type of plastic bait. Will it work on a jerkbait? Well, yeah, you betcha. Hard and soft, it'll work on a jerkbait, no problem. Will it work with a Ned rig? Absolutely. This thing will work with a Ned rig. It'll work with any type of Ned rig you want to throw anywhere in the country. Well, will it work with a swim bait? Of course it will. It'll work with any type of swim bait head you want to use of any size, and it'll work with any type of swim bait you want to put on the back of it, whether it's a Rage swimmer or like this one, a Keitech. It'll definitely work for that. Will it work for topwater? Well, it's guaranteed to work. It's universal, so it'll work for a topwater frog. It'll work for a topwater popper, and definitely work for a topwater spook. It's guaranteed to. This is, after all, the best tip that there is. Well, how about a spinnerbait? Will it work for a spinnerbait? Absolutely. Guaranteed to. It will definitely work for a spinnerbait. It'll even work for a flipping jig, swim jig, casting jig, whatever type of jig that you want to throw, this tip will work for it. It's that universal. And it'll work for a crankbait. Lipless, square bill, deep diving. It'll work for any and all baits that you have. Now, when I tell you what this tip is, it's going to infuriate a lot of guys. Not because this super secret tip is going to get out, but a lot of you are going to get mad at me because it's so simple and it's so obvious. You want to know what it is? Here it is. The best tip, the best universal tip that is guaranteed to help you put more fish in the boat and teach you more about bass fishing than anything else you could possibly do. Stop worrying about bait tips, tricks, and hacks and learn to locate the bass. That, more than anything, will help you land fish. It doesn't matter what type of super secret hack that you're doing, that you heard from Billy Jim's Mudhole Fishing over there, that he's got this new Ned rig tip that he's just slaying them with it. Or Slim's Georgia Fishing that he's just absolutely killing them with on a new crankbait tip. None of those matter if there's not any fish in the area. Now, all over YouTube, you'll see that bait tips are the videos that get all the clicks, get all the views. Even on my channel, I've noticed that whenever I do a bait tip video or I do a seasonal tip video, those are the videos that get all the views. And I'm not telling you, don't use fish tips and hacks. What I'm telling you is, do it in the right order. First and foremost, locate the fish. That is the biggest tip I can give you. If you are serious about bass angling, if you are serious about going out and catching bass, no matter if they're spots, no matter if they're smallies, no matter if they're largies, the first thing you should do every single time you go out to the water is locate fish. Because that trick that you just learned off your favorite YouTube channel isn't going to do you any good if there's not any fish in the area. I've talked to so many anglers who watch YouTube videos or listen to all these other anglers who have all these great super tricks, and they're not catching any more fish. In fact, they're not catching any fish at all because they're missing the obvious. And that obvious is locate the bass. That's the number one thing that you can do. To my knowledge, there is not a lure or a trick that exists that will drag a fish all the way across the lake and magically put it on your lure. And if there's not a fish in the area, it'll magically generate one. That type of lure, to my knowledge, does not exist and probably won't for a good long time. Now, someday somebody's probably going to make something like that because it's too obvious. But for right now, you're going to have to do it yourself. And learning how to locate bass teaches you so much about bass behavior and bass patterns. It doesn't matter what season it is. It's something that's repeatable. Once you learn bass behavior and consistently how to locate fish, then you will catch more fish. It's a given. You can throw the wrong bait in the right area and still catch piles of fish, but throwing the right bait in the wrong area, you're not going to catch anything. That is why fishing YouTubers such as myself and other creators are telling you constantly, the number one thing that you need to be focused on is locating the bass. So learn how to do that. Learn to identify the signs, learn to identify the traits, and learn bass behavior. That way, when you do go to the water, you will exponentially increase your bass catches. It's not really that hard. What you do have to put in is time and effort. Basically what I'm saying is, there's no simple magical hack or trick that's going to put those bass on your line. Learn how to look for the telltale signs. Follow the patterns. They're seasonal, but they are repeatable. These are things that bass will always do, regardless of the species. I know I made a lot of guys mad because there's no magic wand that you can wave that's instantly going to transport a bass and make it bite your hook. That just doesn't exist. There are things that we can do, little tweaks and tips once you find the fish. There's different things for pressured waters or cold water or hot water, active bass, inactive bass, and what have you. But the key there is this is after you've already located the bass. Even tools like forward-facing sonar and 360 are designed to help you locate the bass. That is the main key, because throwing at empty water is not going to catch anybody any amount of fish. You got something? You do. You've got one, don't you? Or are you stuck on a stick? No, you've got a fish. That's a nice fish.
If it stays on.
Wow, that's a really good fish. That's a good fish. Told you, I always catch one over there. Let's stand up. Holy crap!
What?
That is an 8-pound bass. Holy crap! Bring that thing to me. Yeah, you can go ahead and fight it out. That is an 8-pound bass. You have got a tank. You've got a monster. You've got a huge bass on. Holy crap. Can you bring it to me over here? Yeah, just loosen your drag a little. Yeah, let him take drag. Let him take drag. Oh my goodness gracious. He's going to pull us around. Don't let him take us to those bushes. Yeah, he's going to want to get in there.
Is he out in the bush?
Yeah, get him out of that bush. There you go, reel him in. There you go, bring him in. Holy cow. He's under the boat. I'm trying to... Oh my God, Dan.
Is that a fish?
That is... We're going to weigh it. Oh my God, Dan. That is... You just caught the lake monster. Holy crap. Grab that thing. Oh my God. I'm going to back us up just a little bit. That is the biggest bass I've ever seen caught out of here. That may be the...
He wasn't hooked that great either.
Oh yeah. He wasn't going anywhere. You had bone. There we go.
Is that good?
That's huge.
Okay.
I got to show it to the camera what that scale says. That scale's saying 7 pounds and 11 ounces. I did not know Ash had a lake. I did not know Ash had a fish like that in here. I honestly did not. Josh is gonna go crazy. All right, now go ahead and give her a good release.
Huh?
Go ahead and give her a nice slow release in the water. Let me get this on video. And there she goes back to the depths. Well, there you have it. The #1 universal bait tip and hack that there is. Learn how to find fish, locate them. Once you do that, I guarantee you'll have that aha moment where things will start clicking and you'll be able to put those puzzle pieces together more consistently. And time again, you'll be able to catch fish. So don't worry about every single bait tip and hack until you've located the fish. Do that first and you've solved the biggest problem with bass angling. Thanks for watching Lowbrow Fishing. We'll catch you in the next one.